So when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs, they're more known for having a high octane offense and a very dominant offense over the years. But what's been an underrated element of this Chiefs team is their defense. In this video, we're gonna be talking about why their defense is so underrated and why their defense was a big, crucial reason on why they won the Super Bowl in them back-to-back years, especially last year. So the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, they had bad defenses at times, but guys like Trent McDuffie, Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed, even though he's not on the team for the next season, they really, really did a lot of good things last year to make this defense good. Guys like George Karlaftis, Shamari Connor. There's so much underrated studs on this defense. In this video, we're going to talk all about it. So obviously, a big strength on this defense is our secondary, right? Big strength. Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed, they was the top cornerbacks last year. Well, they was up there when it came to the top, being the top cornerbacks, you know. Obviously, we lost L'Jarius Sneed in free agency, but we still returned most of the core that held the team together, you know, when the offense was trying to get going. So Trent McDuffie is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, obviously, and then the rest of the secondary is fairly underrated. Shamari Connor and Joshua Williams, they're not nothing crazy, they're not famous, but they both graded above a 75.2 in coverage in 2023. So those dudes is very, very solid, you know. So Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, they could be solid replacements for Sneed. I really think they could. And yeah, man, let's see how that goes though. But in 2023, the Kansas City Chiefs, the defense, it allowed only 6 yards per pass attempt. That's third in the NFL. And 6.1 yards per adjusted pass attempt. That's six. You know, that's 6. They ranked 6 in that. And the defense allowed opposing quarterbacks a total passing rating of 83.6, which ranked 7th in the league. So obviously, yeah, we lost Sneed, but most of the secondary is coming back together. So I don't see the secondary really dropping off too bad. And another player I really want to talk about on the defense that's very underrated is Leo Chenal. Leo Chenal is very underrated. And we know that obviously the Chiefs defense, it flew under the radar last year. So it's a lot of great defenders who, you know, didn't get the shine that they deserve. But we know as Chiefs fans that they're good. Like Drew Tranquil was a very underappreciated player, obviously. He's very, very good. And now also Leo Chenal. Now we got to notice him. I mean, he stripped Christian McCaffrey in the Super Bowl. Don't forget that. Don't forget that, man. In 2022, he had a missed tackle percentage of 12.5, and now in his second season, it became only 4.4%. So he's making progress. He was a bigger part of Kansas City's pressure package. He cut his yards per completion allowed total from 15.4 to 7.9, and that's even despite facing a much higher volume of targets. So obviously, Leo Chenal, he improved, and he had a monster season last year, and he really improved. I mean, even in the Super Bowl, if you was watching it, he forced Brock Purdy to, you know, pass up on a check down option, and he was helping the pass rush get into the backfield a lot. And even with his speed, he was able to get, you know, into the backfield and stop the 49ers from, you know, establishing themselves. So a guy like him, it's really important that, you know, we keep him on the Kansas City Chiefs, because Willie Gay, he's now in New Orleans, and then Nick Bolton is entering the final year of his rookie contract. So Leo Chenal is going to see a lot of opportunities, and hopefully he can help us make this run at, you know, the NFL's first ever three-peat. So yeah, man. I mean, you know, Chiefs fans, we all know that this defense has been good all year, and we should have seen we got a hint, because the year before last year, okay, the defense wasn't really that good in the regular season like how they were this year, or they didn't start off as good as like how they did this year. But in the playoffs against, you know, the Bengals and the Jaguars and, well, not the Eagles, that was just an absolute shootout. But that was the Super Bowl. Eagles was a high-power offense, Chiefs high-power offense. So, but against the Bengals and the Jaguars, we've seen that this defense had a lot of potential, especially against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They literally did him bad. They forced him to make turnovers. They was bringing pressure to him all game. Burrow got embarrassed. And half of that was because they were talking so much trash about, Burrowhead and stuff like that. But we know that this defense been had dogs. Like, it been had dogs. But now the season that we just had, this goes to prove and shows that, like, this defense is finally legit, and we really have a top defense in the league now. And a lot of people used to want Spags to get fired, but the whole time it wasn't with Spags. He just needed the perfect talent around him, and now he got that, and we're seeing what type of defensive coordinator he could be. And that's very, very good for the Chiefs, because having a good defense, it definitely takes the pressure off of Mahomes. We don't have to win in shootouts all the time like how we're used to. And Mahomes actually didn't even have his best season last year, but he was still able to win a Super Bowl due to how good his defense was and him not having to play hero ball and just do what we got to do to win. But the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be a very hard team to beat. And I keep saying that, but usually I tell y'all why offensively. But now I'm diving into the defense, and it's like, this defense is going to give people trouble. I mean, Charles O., Mike Dana, Charles O., Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, FAU. Like, it's about to get real, man. It's gonna be great. The linebacker room is still good. I mean, the secondary is still gonna be great. So this team is not really like, it's not like they lost anything crazy. I mean, they did lose Snead, Willie Gay, and Mike Edwards, but it's not enough of a loss to where the defense is gonna be so bad, and it's not gonna happen like that. So yeah, man, the Chiefs should definitely have a great season defensively and obviously offensively, but I just see this being a perfect year for them, because the defense is going to be playing at a high level while the offense is going to be out of this world, and it's going to be a nightmare to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I just can't wait for September 5th. I really can't even wait for the preseason, man. I want to see some preseason games, because preseason is pretty fun, especially when you're looking out for some rookies that you want to see do good. So I can't wait for preseason. I want to see the Chiefs, play, and I want to see what this team does, man. But I know it's finally good to have a defense, because, that year when we lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship, we had no defense, and I think we had a game with Jamar Chase. Damn, they had 300 receiving yards on us. There was a lot of bull stuff going on with the Chiefs, man. Like, after the winning shootouts, 2018, the defense was, I wouldn't say it was horrible, but we had the winning shootouts, and that's just not the recipe to success, winning in shootouts and stuff like that. You want a good defense like Brady always had, good O-line, so he don't really got to do much. Brady never had to really be the hero. It's times where he obviously had to be the hero, but not all the time, like how Patrick Mahomes had to be the hero on that first Super Bowl run. But it's been your boy Chiefs Priority. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I'm out, man. Peace.